great. I have to walk in that. There is a bit of blue sky out there. Maybe if we just let this big cloud go. My pack is huge. It's just full up with food for the next 6 days. I didn't do much videoing this morning because it was really wet. It was bucketing down with still some grey clouds around, but also blue sky. But it is very windy, and I do not want to see one of these trees or any part of them come down, especially near me. That's where's probably the biggest danger out here, really. Have a branch fall on you. I heard a couple of big ones fall, one at night and one's about 100 metres off the trail when I was walking. So I just had a lunch break at Gardner Hut. It was about 15 kilometres to there. I got there about 10:30. I had a good long break. I dried my feet out a little bit and got my pants dry and my shirt a little less wet, let's say. Another 17 kilometres to do today, so that's going to make a 32 day. That'll get me to Lake Maringup. I'm getting there. This is Lake Maringup camp, and look down here, Lake Maringup. I'm on the lake. I'm going to look at the lake. Well, I'm not on the lake, near the lake. If I was on the lake, it'd be some sort of, miracle. I'd be in the lake. Could be in the lake. But on the lake, I'd have to have a boat. But being near the lake, I think I've walked too far today. That's a good possibility. It's quite a big lake. I didn't realise it was such a big body of water. It's an interesting bird that's just making that boing noise. Look, what the little ducks. Wow. Oh, there they go. Oh, I scared them away. Oh, sorry ducks. The duckies flew away, but they're out in the middle of the lake. That's beautiful here. I love this walk. I'm above the bush. You can see the sun's out. And when you're above, it's got a feeling of, space around you, which is lovely. So after 25 kilometres of fairly straight, flat walking, a little bit of undulation at the end, but pretty straight, long paths, I'm coming into Walpole. Oh, it's a rammed earth one. So, I'm here. Yoo-hoo! So presumably this is the dog pool. So this is my campsite for last night, was quite good. It was cold last night, so it was good to have a tent up. That's much warmer in the tent than in the hut. I'll look up and just make sure that there's no major branches over your head in case they fall down. That was pretty good. There's the walk out. I was just up near the toilet, the dunny. But yeah, there was more tent sites up there. There's my tent site there. And then there's the hut. My bag is packed. The sun has risen. And I will start walking. Another day on the Bibbulmun trail. I've only got it's a 19 point something kilometre day today. Walking with the sun just over my left shoulder at the moment, which is nice. It was a lovely night last night. It was a bit cold and the tent is very wet, but it was nice. We sat around the campfire and talked. This is a long stretch, a very straight sandy road. So I'm just walking up this Mount Chance now, and staying at the Mount Chance hut tonight. But this is the little mountain, and it's got some great views around. Whoa, look at this. Wow, that's beautiful. Apparently we've got about 15 minutes to go for a lunar eclipse. I got a solar eclipse behind me, a lunar eclipse behind me, and I've got the setting sun with its pinks and oranges just behind that hill there.
Right.
So usually a bit bigger than...
Beautiful. Right up here on the top of the mountain. Just 360 degree views all the way around. I think that this is one of the areas that can get inundated with water, and you've got to literally take your pack off and put it above your head and walk. It looks, that little depression there. I'm walking through the lowlands now, and yeah, they talk about these areas of being areas that often you have to wade through. So I'm glad it's not like that. It's a beautiful morning, narrow path. Now I'm on the grassy plains all the way around. Lovely. You can see. Some of these lowland paths are fairly thin. That's a good one for the moment. Just passed a couple that are a little bit, I couldn't barely see the path. It just felt like I was bashing through the grass. But these little nasties can't get me. It's fairly close in here. Okay, where's the path? Don't wait. Push through, push through. It's here somewhere. There it is. A little bit of this to go. Might use my poles again. Oh, here's one of these ants' nests. See them picking up their whole sticks. Yeah. Literally a hive of activity. Well, not a hive of activity, a nest of activity. It's nice to get to camp first. I can get a bit of sun on my back, which is nice. And just start to get organised. Unpacked food there, starting to dry some clothes. There's a good spot just in here, a little bit out of the wind. I'm out for lunch now, so show you what I do. I don't normally take my shirt off for lunch, but it's just the sun's nice today. Put our little stove back together. My cup and saucer out. A cup and bowl, really. That's pretty much it for 90% of the meals. Bowl. Andy. Cup. Spoon. Alright, let's get the stove on. And that just goes on there. Hurdle, miso. Sachet out. And what I tend to do is get a little bit of, while I'm waiting for the water to boil, a bit of chilli. Elevates it to from a snack to a little bit more of a meal. I'll give myself a good, make it reasonably spicy. Let's get the miso ready. Goes in the cup, and try and avoid the bee that's coming to share. So while I'm waiting, have a bit of a peanut butter bar, a bit of energy bar. With all the principles of leave no trace, you take everything, all your rubbish with you. Right? This is my bag of rubbish. It's including my spent gas can. So everything gets carried in, everything gets taken out. You put it in a rubbish bin once you get to civilization. So we're not leaving a mess, not leaving a problem behind. To boil, and putting that noodles in, a little sachet of flavour, and like I said, leave no trace. Now, what do I do about the crumbs? Well, there's often little mice around the huts, and they will take care of the little crumbs. But I don't put them out on purpose. You're not meant to feed them, because it attracts the mice to the huts, and then it attracts the snakes to the mice, and it's a vicious cycle. So there's lunch. Just waiting for that to boil. I've got my miso in the meantime. Nice and hot. That'll be ready in a minute. I'm all good. I've got the sun on me. Hopefully I'm losing weight. I don't know. We will see. So there we are. My little gourmet lunch, al fresco, in the middle of the bush. Got a lovely table to sit on. I've just walked up behind Walpole's hut and to a beautiful view. You can see the inlet over that way of the lake. But again, we've got one of these beautiful views that just go around and around. It's back to where we came from today. Beautiful. Wow, look at this little ant. Grabbing that whole little stick. I just saw the stick waving on the ground. I was wondering what it was. There's the ant, just slowly taking his piece of material. I'll show you where he's going to. He's going to walk it all the way down here, all the way past here, down here. There's his nest. Just come up again to see the sunset. And it's going to be lovely. And I found myself a seat and I'm ready to watch. I've got a great seat here, ready to watch the view. Look at that. That's what I'm looking at. Got a brook, I think it's called, inlet there. So the Southern Ocean is just down that way a little bit. And we will be there tomorrow. So the walking today was good. It was reasonably flat. There were some low-lying areas that apparently people have to wade through sometimes, when the water's, in the wet season. There was some mud, but not much. But certainly the path was overgrown at some stages and, had to bush bash through it. Doing that when it's waist deep in water wouldn't have been fun, I don't think. You would have to leave your boots on. You couldn't do it in sandals, so you'd have wet boots, wet pants. It'd be tiring and hard. So I'm glad it wasn't necessary for me to do that. There's the setting sun. Beautiful. Oh, that's Kevin. Not as beautiful. So I'm starting to pack up my tent. It's just after 5. Getting up early this morning to do a long walk. Okay, I'm heading out from Walpole's camp. It's just after 6. Diane's still in the hut there. She's coming behind soon. Kevin's gone. It's quite dark, but hopefully I can see any of these little woggles by torchlight. Otherwise, I could be found in Tasmania. Well, I'd have to swim, but you know what I mean. Dawn should be about 7 o'clock, so I've got about an hour walking in the dark, which is good. We wanted to get up early today, so here we go. I wish the video could pick this up, but I'm walking on a relatively wide sandy trail, and the moon is out slightly to my right, and the sky is clear. There's a little bit of cloud right on the horizon, but otherwise it's a clear sky. The stars are still out, some are still out. It's hard to see because the moon's so bright. It's cool. I can see my breath sort of rising up, but it's nice walking weather. And I'm walking through low scrub, so I can sort of, doesn't feel too closed in. Beautiful. Really enjoying it. I don't know how much of that the video picked up. Probably not much, but at least if I remember I was doing it and that it was wonderful. So I've just turned my headlight off. There's enough light to see the trail now quite well, especially in the sand. The sand stands out in the moonlight really well. So yeah, there we go. I can see the trail now. It was pretty dark when I started out, but the moon certainly lit up the sand. You can see when it goes to mud. So clear, the moon. Hope that's showing up. But you can see the anatomy on it. It's very close, apparently, compared to, well, it's closer than it normally is. But we're into the pre-dawn light now. So see the glow. And again, grateful I'm not wading in these sections. This would be fun to wade through. It smells musty, and I would say after, the wet season, it would fill up. You can see the mud already here, and it's very wet and boggy. So it won't take too much more, and that's going to be underwater, and you're wading through that waist deep in the water. No, it wouldn't be fun, I don't think. No, and then walking the rest of the way in wet shoes. No, I don't think so. Good little morning walk so far. It's beautiful. It's cool. It's true what they say about being cold just before the dawn. Tell you what, it dropped about 5 degrees. Well, that's what it felt like. We're walking along, and about half an hour ago, my fingers started to get numb. It was cold. So it's warming up now. There's still a chill in the air. These are the first woggles I've seen put into the ground like they do in Europe with the Camino. Pink sky, full moon. Have a look at that. Don't trip on this green stuff, that's slippery. Oh, so's the water. Let's not go a cropper. Down there, very slippery. Yeah, having said just be careful, I've slipped down this rock face, right on my ass and back. I'm okay. Alright, let's be careful, please. It's not the first ant's nest I've seen along here. So maybe this area doesn't flood, but it looks like it does. And it's fairly thick with vegetation. So, I don't know, it's probably not been flooded for a while. Oh, there's a little bridge. Oh, hello. Hello, bridge. Ah, it's a boardwalk. No, it's a bridge. Oh, could be a boardwalk. It's made of boards and it's walk. Oh, this is very nice. Now I'd say this part probably does flood. That's why they've built this boardwalk. Oh, it's going for a while. Nice. It's nice walking on this. Oh, better than walking on that. Mud. A bit of slush and water. Very nice. On the boardwalk. I'm on the boardwalk. Sun under the board. Oh no, I don't want to be under the boardwalk. I'm on the boardwalk. The sun hitting the trees now. Look at that on the trees off in the distance there. Lovely moon above. Beautiful. Beautiful. Trail. It's wet and soggy, but it's not raining yet. So it's all good. And the sun has come up. So we get warmer now. The sun's well up now. And just come up what feels like a sand dune. And I think that's the ocean over there I can see. First glimpse of the ocean, I can hear it. But I'm pretty sure that's a little bit of blue in that little groove next to that white cliff. Cool. I'm getting closer to the ocean now. These sand dunes, we've got to go up and down, up and down. They're hard going up, but they're easier coming down. You can almost jog them. Well, not quite, but you can certainly sink your heels in and go at a good pace, but up is a bit slower. It's where my little 25 kilo buddy on my back makes himself well known. Oh, this looks like a lookout. Oh, how's that? There we are, the Southern Ocean. We're here. Well, nearly there. Oh, here's a nice little seat. I'm going to take my jumper off. Oh, there's a lookout. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Little island out there. Ship right on the horizon. Cliffs. Can't see the beach yet, but we'll be down there in a minute. Mandalay Beach. It's named after the Norwegian ship wrecked here in 1911. Bibbulmun track, a world-class long-distance walking track. Yeah, it is. So the Mandalay was wrecked, was it 1911? But occasionally, apparently, you can still see remnants of it up through the sand, just down there somewhere. So after starting in Perth and going through Dwellingup, Collie, Ballingup, Donnelly River Village, Pemberton and Northcliff, I'd finally reached the coast after over 750 kilometres. So I'm on the beach. That's the Southern Ocean, people. That's Antarctica over there. Well, fair way. Look at those rocks out there, and that's probably what the Mandalay hit. Oh look, there's nice little chairs. I'm going to do a bit of beach walking, I believe. It's very exciting. let's just not fall down the stairs. A lovely little beach. I want to swim. Okay. I'm not going to swim. There, made it to the beach. Woohoo! I've walked pretty much from Perth down south to bottom of Australia. Now I get to explore the bottom. Oh, that sounds a bit rude. Oh. How about I get to walk the bottom? Walk along the bottom? Walk the southern part of Australia? Yeah, that's... I think I need to eat something. I'm starting to ramble. I may regret this decision soon, but I've come down off the sand dunes to walk on the hard sand. I may have to scramble back up there eventually. But we will see, we will see. There's other footprints. Wow, nice waves out there. Southern Ocean. Whoop. That's a big one. That nearly got me. Might not look like much, but these sand dunes are a bit of work. It's okay when the trail's like this, but when it's soft, it's pretty hard going up. Get a nice view up here. Let's go on the sand dune again. Up and down, a little bit. Now it's down again. And like I said, going down is much easier than going up. You can actually get a bit of almost a little run on. It's soft and you can slide into it, so you can slow yourself down. It's easier than walking down a normal hill at the same steepness. So I guess it's glass half full. You know, you've got harder going up, but easier going down. A lot of people always complain about the going down being worse. So, you know, yes, we've heard a lot of people complain about the sand dunes and some, you know, that are heading north, and oh, you wait till you get to the sand dune. Yeah, going up them is tough, especially in the really soft stuff, because you slide back. What you've got to find is a footprint that's already compressed a bit of the sand. It makes it a little bit easier. Maybe that's Long Point down there. It's a point. It's long. We'll see. It can't be far away. A couple of kilometres, I think. We're double hutting today. So, quick lunch and then off again. I've just gone through the sand dunes and now we're into a forest with stairs. Oh, that's pretty steep. That's looking back all the way to Mandalay Beach where I came earlier today. A warm day, the sun cream's come out, because the sun cream's come out for the first time in a little while, and so the sunglasses. It started off very hot at the start of this trek, but it's been pretty cool weather. Today is warm, and I think thunderstorms are due tonight, so I really want to get to the hut before that happens. Almost a 32-kilometre day today, so it's a big one with a big pack, but it's beautiful. Looking along the coast, it certainly entices you along, but the sand dunes are a challenge, at least going up them. Not, in fact, up the top of this hill yet. Oh well, it was a bit of wishful thinking. At least I've got the lovely ocean to look at. I'm thinking this is the end of the Alps. No, there's another one. You get to the top. And there's always another one. Ah, look. Ah. Flat sections now, thankfully, until I get to Mount Clare, which is about a 200 metre ascent. That's that big one over there, up there. This is the first dieback cleaning station that actually has a spray. So I've given my boots a good scrub and a spray. And it was nice it had a chair there so I could have a break. I was needing it. I got to the swing bridge. This is the last section before I start going uphill. 200 metre ascent. Oh, I'm swinging before I even get on. A little bit bouncy bouncy. Oh, yep, it's bouncy bouncy. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, it's swinging. Don't drop the camera, John. Whoa. It really is bouncy bouncy. Dun 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 dun. I did it. I negotiated the swing bridge. Okay, 200 metres up now. It's about 2 kilometres. If it stays like this, it'll be alright, but I don't think it's going to stay like this. I think it's going to get steeper and steeper. Oh yeah, it's getting pretty steep. Oh, that's a welcome sight. It's been a long day, and it ended with a long hill, a high hill. I'm tired. I'm glad to get to the hut, Mount Clare hut. Look at these tingle trees here. Look at the size of them. There's a biggie, like almost hut underneath it, where it's hollowed out because of probably fire. But a huge tree. I don't know, 6, 7 people probably couldn't put their arms around the diameter there. Go right in under there. Or maybe stay out of edge in case there's any little slithery creatures. Mount Clare hut. It's been raining all morning. I've left it a little bit, taken my time this morning. It's 8 o'clock now, so I can, the rain has eased a little bit. So we double hutted yesterday, Diane, Kevin and I. We did a hard day, 32 kilometres, and there was hours of walking in the dunes. But that was so we only had 10 kilometres to do today, because yesterday was such a lovely day in terms of weather, and today's going to be really bad in terms of weather. So we've got this little window, get into town, and over the next 2 days apparently it's bucketing down. Well, my plan is to have a day off in Walpole. This is quite weird. There's beautiful sun, almost not a cloud in the sky. I know there's another weather front coming in. Get into town and drop my bag off maybe and get something to eat. Sounds good. Get washed. Ooh, that sounds good too. Clean my clothes. Resupply. And just have a chill out for a while. This looks like a bridge coming up, I'd say. Ah, this is nice. Golf course in the background. And the town beckons on. I made it into town, checked into the motel and washed myself and washed my clothes. I was a very happy boy. I managed to spend some time on my poor sore feet. They were in a bit of a state. But I bandaged things up and they weren't too bad. I did go down to the pub and have a beer and kept that positive attitude as over the next day or so I replenished carbs, had lots of coffee, a good sleep and a good chill out as well, and reflected on my wonderful walk in the bush and along the coast and what might be ahead of me for stage 8.